Alright, before I get any further into this video or this review or anything, I really want to just want to quick look up the price of this board, just because I'm curious. $70. This board is $70? What? Alright, back to the video. Alright boys, so today we're going to be talking about the Sanview 34-inch cruiser longboard, pintail, modern, whatever you want to call it kind of board. I got sent this board by Playshion. I think they also own Sanview longboards. They sent me it, they didn't pay me, so this isn't a sponsored post or anything, it's just my true thoughts on the board. As you know, I've done Playshion board reviews in the past, and I've been pretty critical on some parts of them, so there's no holding back. So without further ado guys, let's jump right in. I'm going to run over some of the quick specs first. So this is a 34-inch board, like I said. It's got 180mm longboard aluminum trucks on them. As with the previous boards they've sent me, they appear to be just clones of Paris longboard trucks, so they're about the same as Paris ones. If you've ever used them, they feel about the same too. So if you've ever used Paris before, this is kind of what they'll feel like. We got big 70mm 78A green giant wheels on this boy. They're really big wheels. We'll talk more about them in a second. And then the board construction, we got a pintail shape, but it's also kind of like a large cruiser. So cruiser, pintail, whatever you want to say. Kind of the same board shape. It's got a pointed nose that is pretty flat, and then it's got a rounded up kicktail on the back. It's got this really cool grip tape here. It's black. It's got some little nice wavy patterns, you know, keep it spicy, keep it interesting, you know. At the bottom we got this cool hummingbird graphic. There's other graphics, I just thought, you know, hummingbirds are freaking awesome, so I kind of had to get it. And it has these bushings in them. I don't know what kind of bushings. They're red, and there's no info on them at all, but they're there. We'll talk about them later too. It's got Playshion's own bearings in them. I don't know what kind they are. We'll talk more about them too, but they're pretty fast, so no complaints with that. And then also under the wheels we have small little wheel well cutouts here. They're pretty small. They're nothing super significant, but it just helps with wheel bite a little bit, so that's something as well. All right, so when I do board reviews, there's usually 4 different categories that I like to cover in my reviews. So we got build quality, speed, trick ability, and versatility. So we're going to start off with build quality. Now, I don't know what type of wood this is made of. It's probably China maple. It could be Canadian. I don't really know. I'm too lazy to look it up, so if you want to know that yourself, check out the link in the description. But anyways, I have had no problem with the wood personally. It doesn't feel as solid as some of my other boards, but I've had no issues with it. I think it's very good for the price. Considering it is a very stiff board, I have had very little issues with vibration dampening, so that I realize I just kind of said that weirdly. So basically, vibrations on the road, this board has no issues feeling them. It is very good at dampening vibrations. I don't know what kind of wood it is, but it's doing the trick. So moving on, we got the trucks. These are aluminum trucks. Now, I have yet to test these fully, but I can tell you I've had other Playshion boards that have had these exact same trucks. And actually, my Rayne dancing board that I use in a lot of my videos, I actually took these exact same trucks from one of the other Playshion boards and just put them on that, because I didn't have a pair of trucks at the time. So I've been using these knockoff trucks for like a good 7 months or more now, and they hold up really well. As for these wheels, they're a little squishy at their 78A level. I've had no problems with them though. There's no holes, no chunking, no nothing. They're pretty smooth. They go over pretty much anything you want them to go over. And yeah, that's about that. As far as build quality in relation to the price, I am gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. I'm very impressed for 70 bucks on the quality of the materials that you're getting in this board. Moving on to speed. So speed, yeah, you know, speed you're gonna kind of suffer a little bit on any cheap board. It's only how much are you gonna suffer. And luckily on this one, you don't actually suffer that much. I'd say out of all the Playshion boards that I've ever been sent by them, this one right here is by far the fastest one. Not to say it's like a freaking speed demon, you know, speed demon shark or anything. This thing's got some kick to it. It's nothing crazy, but I would say it's a little bit above average for what I would give a normal cruiser. I mean, I'm out here right now. I'm already on a longboard ride. I started at my house. I'm almost 6 miles in. I've had to push a little bit more than with some of my boards, but it hasn't been noticeable enough for anything. That mainly has to do with these bearings here. So these are Playshion ABEC 9, I think, bearings. Nothing special to them, just, you know, your typical cheaper, lower quality bearings. But I would say this particular pair, I don't know if it's to this board specifically, or if I just got lucky with the pair. These ones actually roll really well. Not as good as my Bones Reds or anything, but they are definitely above average, and I will take it. So speed, I'm gonna give this a 2.72 out of 5. Why so specific? Because I goddamn can, okay? Anyways, trick ability. Let's go into trick ability. This board right here is no master at tricks. It's not really made to be a trick center board. That being said, it can certainly pop out a few tricks if you want. It's got this nice big boy tail on the back here, but because it doesn't have one in the front, it means you're limited to only doing tricks that involve the back tail and not the front tail. And if you do tricks where you land switch, you're gonna have the back tail in the front and you're gonna have to pivot to bring it back to the back, which is sort of annoying, but you know, it's just something you gotta deal with. So we got that going on. Other than that though, the board is nice and snappy, and like I said, it's pretty rigid. So doing tricks like, you know, taking your foot, flipping it, landing, no problem at all for this boy. I will say that when you do land and do the popping tricks, you can tell it is a bit of a lower quality board. There is a little bit of a feeling to it on the pop. I don't know how to explain it unless you've just used a lot of boards. But trust me on this, it's there. It's nothing too serious though. You can definitely learn tricks on this. Like, look, I'm gonna do one right now. You ready for this? We're gonna do this live. I'm on this tiny little ledge, super sketch. We're gonna do one right now. Okay, hang on, we gotta be safe about this. All right, we're doing a trick right now. That's what I'm saying, boys. Hell yeah, 2 for 2, let's go. That's what I'm saying, y'all. We can do tricks on this. It's just not my preferable board, I guess. So, trick ability, 3 out of 5, 3 out of 5. It's not a 2.71 out of 5, but it's a 3 out of 5. All right, and finally, versatility. So my versatility score is basically how versatile is this board? Can you dance on it, do tricks, cruise, downhill, free ride, all those different aspects of boarding? How versatile is it in this? Now keep in mind, being versatile doesn't necessarily mean the board is good. It just means that it's versatile. So maybe it's just average at everything, but not good at any one thing. You know what I'm saying? All right, good. Versatility. This thing can cruise. This thing is above average speed-wise. I wouldn't take it down any giant hills, but it can go down smaller hills. You just gotta be a little careful. You may wanna tighten those trucky boys up because it can get a little turny. Trick ability, it can do tricks. It's no master at tricks, but it can definitely do them. You can definitely use this as a board to learn tricks. As far as dancing goes, I forgot to mention this, but it does have a tiny bit of concave, not a lot. So you can learn dancing on this with your cross steps and stuff because of the concave. Won't be anything to write home about, but it's definitely a good board to start if you don't have a lot of money and you want to learn dancing on the cheap. So that being said, versatility, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5 because I don't give it a 4 out of 5 because it can't do the downhill, and I don't think these wheels are very good at sliding. So that's why I'm giving it the 3.5 out of 5, but still above average. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, the bushings. The bushings are pretty trash. If you want to buy replacement bushings for like any board, honestly, orangutan nipple bushings, I might do a review on them soon. I have them in my dancing board. Game changer. I'm telling you, as far as your turning and stuff, game changer. That being said, I'm gonna give this final board a OG score of 3.6 out of 5. This is a great beginner board. It is above average as far as cheap set under $100 beginner boards go. It's nothing to write home about as far as, you know, comparing it to my high quality, top of the line, top notch boards, but it'll get the job done for you. And that's all that really matters. So if you want to check this board out, I'm going to put links to the Amazon and their playshion website page in the description for you guys to check out. I think it's a really good deal if you're a beginner and you just want something to learn how to cruise and you don't want to spend a couple $100s, which I would recommend, by the way, but I know not everyone can. So this is a great one to start with. If you like the shape, you're feeling the vibes, I mean, you can't go wrong with the Hummingbird either. I'm telling you, if one of y'all gets this board and gets the Hummingbird, you got to tag me on my Instagram, by the way, at Ogden_Sikel. Oh, that's the wrong way. It's this way. There we go. Tag me on there, send me a picture. I'm gonna put you on my story. It'll be lit. But yeah, that's all I got for the review. If you liked it, hit the like button for your boy. Maybe even the subscribe button. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I gotta go home now though, so I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out. Hey, just kidding, y'all. I actually kind of need this camera for the channel, so yeah, bye.